Year to all. May pa-echo ka. It's a great Tuesday evening, and my name is Joyce Ramalhosa. I'm the sales manager for USANA Philippines that's based in Manila. And welcome to our new training series for this week. We have the digital shift, inviting and prospecting. So tonight we will be hearing about how to maximize the social media platform. Diba? We know that we are all online, and we would want you to, as much as possible, maximize the resources that we have online. And Rector, si Angelica Ordina. But before we go to our program proper, let me just make some announcements. Diba? Okay, so did you know that we did it again? So we are again awarded as the number one vitamins and dietary supplements brand in the Philippines. So please uh, give us a virtual clap for that. Yeah. Oh, diba? Perfect yung aking sound effect. And we would want you as much as possible to leverage on this news. This is a very great news to all USANA associates and the product users that we know that we have been awarded as the number one in the vitamins and dietary brand as in the Philippines. So this is according to Euromonitor. So hindi na po tayo lang yung nagsasabi nito, but we have the third party which is Euromonitor. And this is for 2019. Now, we also have our virtual event happening on October 18, and that is something to look forward to because we would want to also recognize everyone who have given their effort, their time, and who have excelled in this period. So we would want to invite you on October 18 for our virtual convention. This is the first from Usana Philippines, and we promise you to give you the best experience. So we encourage everyone to please buy their tickets today and take note that 100% of the proceeds will go to our True Health Foundation. So you can only have one unique code per device. So if it's okay to share with you kung baga meron kang katabi dito or pamilya kayo, but we would want as much as possible everyone in your organization to take part, even your guests and your prospects. Okay? So that is already available on our shopping cart. Okay? Now we also have running our installment plan, and this includes our China Bank BPI and HSBC credit card. So this is up until October 11th, Saturday. So all you need to do is for those who would want to avail this, they have to be physically present at the office of USANA. So it's either in so they have to swipe sa terminal yung kanilang credit card for them to avail of the 0% interest or installment plan for enrollment. Okay, so this is only valid for enrollment. So please, if you have someone who would want to take advantage, please let them know that they can still do so up until October 11th. Okay? And if you want to know more about USANA and our announcements, please sa Viber, and you can just type in Yusana Philippines for you to be updated kung ano yung mga trainings natin for the day, if we have some information about the product or some health tips para ma-inform po tayong lahat about office schedules, outdays. Okay? So, yan po. Please make sure that you are on Viber. Okay? And this evening, I would want to also discuss our ongoing promotion, which is the Business Growth Program. Actually, this is the biggest thing that happened to USANA Philippines because for a limited time, all new associates who have enrolled from June 13 up until September 19. So from those periods, kapag nag-enroll ka, you have an extended deadline of becoming a Premier Platinum Pay Setter. So not only that, you will be extended up until November 13, and you are eligible to receive the one-time bonus if you finalize as a Premier Platinum Pay Setter, so that's $160 additional income for you or bonus, or if you finalize as a Premier Pay Setter, that's $80. And not only that, for those of you who have also associates who have enrolled from those periods, meron din kayong chance to earn double matching bonus from this new sponsors as long as they finalize as a Premier Platinum Pay Setter. And more importantly, di ba, it's not just getting the bonus, it's definitely, if you have the PPPS or if you are a Premier Platinum Pay Setter, then this is something to, kumbaga, parang leverage on kasi you get to maximize the lifetime matching bonus from Usana. And this can benefit you in the long term of your Usana business. So, hindi lang sa yung, kumbaga, ngayon, kahit matapos yung bonus natin, after that, you can still benefit from the lifetime matching bonus or the third way to earn for trainings in this period uh, go towards this PPPS or becoming a Premier Platinum Pay Setter. And what better way to start this week is, of course, syempre, paano ka magiging PPPS if you don't know how to invite, if you don't know which platforms to use. So tonight, we will be sharing to you some tips on how to maximize your social media platform. Of course, for you to build and this growth program. So, without further ado, let me bring to you our speaker for tonight. Actually, we're very excited. She's one of the millennials in our organization. And just to give you a brief background, uh, Angel, if I may call her, is a graduate of BS Social Work from UP Diliman. And she worked as a child development supervisor in Alberta, Canada. But she's back here in the Philippines. And she has become a leadership summit qualifier in Osaka, Japan, a lifestyle travel incentive qualifier in Hanoi, Vietnam, she also is a incentive growth qualifier for Asia Pacific level, and actually they're vying for the Asia Pacific growth the for this year. Okay? So hindi ko na sasabihin kung pang ilan, basta they're been recently awarded as Executive Ruby Director. So let me give you tonight to talk about how to maximize the social media platform. Our Executive Ruby Director, Angelica Orlina Garcia. Hello, Angel.
All right. Good evening. Thank you so much, Ma'am Joyce.
Yeah,
And
so you may take the screen now or you may take the Zoom meeting tonight.
good evening, Usana Philippines. It's actually my first time to talk dito sa Usana Philippines. But, ayan, good evening dahil nasa Philippines din ako right now. And, okay, I'm just gonna do this. Yan. So, nakikita ko na ang inyong mga beautiful faces. So, thank you so much, Ma'am Joyce and Ma'am Lisbeth for inviting me to share a little bit about how to maximize your social media platforms. So, at least before I start, okay lang ba type nyo kung taga saan kayo here in the Philippines or probably we have business partners too from abroad, from the US, Canada, though I know masyadong maaga dyan ngayon. Okay, so ayan, ang bibilis mag-type. May Thailand, may Brunei, grabe. Bicol, Laguna, Cebu, ang bibilis mag-type. Okay, grabe ang energy. So feel free to chat. Nakikita ko yung mga chat nyo. And thank you so much. And lastly, before I start as well, can you type in din sa chat box kung how Ina, naku, perfect to for you. May 1 year, 3 months, 7 weeks, third day, ayan, okay. Alright, so it's a mix of everything, pero I believe yung prospecting kasi, kahit gaano ka katagal sa business, you will really do it ng paulit-ulit. And also right now, we're building a new line, a new leg, a new business center. So prospecting, kailangan talaga siya. So walang tigil ang prospecting when it comes to our business. Alright, so can you see my screen. All right, may nag-guess na. So thank you so much. And before I start, I'm just gonna briefly introduce myself. So again, my name is Angelica Orlina now Garcia. And just last week na hit namin ang Executive Ruby Directorship. And just like most of us, most likely kayo din, malayo sa business, malayo sa health ang course nyo. I'm a social worker by profession. And I graduated here sa Pilipinas, sa UP Diliman. And actually sa Canada talaga ako nakatira na for the past 6 years. But right now, I'm just in the Philippines. Thank you, Yusana. And ayan, so I work as a child development supervisor in Alberta. And may mga travel incentives na rin. And we're actually currently, I believe, top 19 daw kami. I'm not sure kung nagbago na sa Asia Pacific Growth and also an intensity mentor. And ayan, so background, just a little background about myself too. Paano ko ba na laman yung Yusana? Actually, sa school ni Mentor Caleb, ako nag-elementary, nag-high school. So sa school ng daddy ni Mentor Caleb, kasi principal ng school na talaga ako, hanapin niyo na. Mabilis ko lang ipa-flash kasi sobrang nakakatawang itsura namin ni Mentor Dave. So, classmates na kami niyan ni Mentor Dave since grade 2. And you will see there, nako, okay, next na natin yan. So, ayan, dyan namin na-meet talaga actually ang Yusana. So, bata pa lang kami, nakikita namin kung ano yung mga business ni Mentor Caleb, ganyan, until nag-start na din si Mentor ng Yusana. And ayan, we've actually been partnering na rin sa mga events sa school, even before, sa mga student body organization, mga ganun. School. And actually, achiever talaga ako sa school. So, kaya yung mga ranks sa Yusana na talaga, isa talaga sa mga motivation ko. Very, very competitive. But again, ang background ko, I'm a social worker by profession. I took the board exams here in the Philippines pero hindi ko naman nagamit kasi we moved already sa Canada. So, that's my family. And actually, buong family kami ay Yusana din talaga. And my younger brother, probably you know him, Mentor Jericho Orlina. So, ayan siya. So, hulaan yung and ayan, so when we moved to Canada, I started working with children with disabilities. So ever since college, ang gusto ko na talagang i-specialize is working with children. And then, before I moved back, hindi ko pala ako nag-move back dito. Before ako umuwi ng Pilipinas, ang work ko talaga is I work as a child development supervisor. So parang preschool siya in Canada. I work with toddlers. And I started doing the business part-time lang. Ayan. So after work ko siya nagagawa kasi I have a job hanggang 4:30. And then ayun, actually one thing talaga na nag-motivate sa akin in doing the business is yung mga free travel. Ang naiintindihan ko lang dito is may mga free travel. Ayan. So sino dito yung parang very excited talaga sila sa mga free travel. Intentionally talaga nilang hinihit ang kanilang mga free travel incentives for next year. Okay, type 1 naman dyan. Okay, so very exciting. Hindi naman talaga tayo makakapag-travel this year. Why not trabahuhin natin yung mga free travel for Yusana. So sabi ko, I will really try nga lang nung una na magkaroon ng free trips sa Yusana. And ayun, before, ganito yung mga travel ko. So, nasa cellphone si Mentor Dave. Ngayon, thank you Yusana. Meron ng mga free trips. So, ang na-experience namin na first free travel was in Osaka, Japan. Sobrang the best. So, sa mga bago dito, i-goal nyo, tanongin nyo na yung mga mentors, uplines, invite sa inyo. Paano po ba ma-hit ang mga travel incentive? Kasi grabe. Sobra. Yun lang lower right photo naman was in Vietnam. Nagpasara sila isang buong cruise ship, di ba? Kasama mga $1 million club member sa Vietnam. And ayun, so thank you din sa Yusana. Actually, that's why I'm here in the Philippines kasi we just got married. So kahit COVID, di ba? Very, very thankful talaga kami looking back na we really started the business kasi it's easier to really plan a wedding na COVID, tas 4 days lang. Kasi na-delay yung flight ko, hindi makauwi dito. Alam nila, Ma'am Joyce yan. May mga sacrifices din. So, that time, my brother was running for his diamond directorship. So, we agreed na sa Canada muna siya. But again, ganun talaga sa Yusana, as a business, you really have to do sacrifices, but I believe it's really worth it. So, ayun, before doing Yusana, I was very career-oriented until I realized na in Canada, it's parang paulit-ulit yung cycle na you work, you pay your bills, you work, you pay your bills. And ang nilalook forward ko lang lagi is yung mga travel ko. Yung mga 4 days pag long weekend, ganyan. Pero budgeted. Nag-Airbnb ako lagi para tipid lang, ganyan. But later on, when I started doing the business and intentionally inaral talaga how it works, then doon ko nakita na parang pwede pala mag-travel ng libre. Ayan. So, ang goal ko na ngayon, hindi na ako magta-travel na may bayad. Ang goal ko ngayon, every time magta-travel, kailangan hinit namin through hard work, of course, through this business. And hindi na ako masyadong magkakwento. Thank you talaga sa Usana Corporate kasi they're really organizing trainings na very, very parang essential, especially right now na may BGP. Okay? So, sino dito ang nakaka-maximize na ng BGP? Type BGP naman sa chat box natin. Okay. So, ayan. So, baka hindi pa nila alam kung ano ang BGP. Thank you dahil ni-review yan ni Ma'am Joyce earlier. Ayan. So, ayan, actually, I started doing the business with Mentor Dave noong February. Gold directorship, and a few weeks after lang, November 2019, nag-executive gold director kami, and last May, nag-ruby director kami, and then just last week na-hit namin ang executive ruby directorship. And tinanong ko si Mentor Dave, announce mo natin to. So we're on our 4th week of our run sa Emerald Directorship. So last week na ngayon, so mapapansin nyo, medyo malaki-laki yung eye bags natin. Kaya run talaga. Okay. So sabi ko kay Ma'am Joyce, Ma'am, mas kinakabahan po ako sa run kasi sa training. I know, I'm not an expert when it comes to social media. Maraming mas magagaling dyan when it comes to mga posts, ganyan. But I'm gonna share to you what works for me. And especially right now, we're building new business center. So, intense talaga ang prospecting ngayon. And actually, even before COVID, online na talaga kami. Na when it comes to the meetings, ganyan. Kasi it saves us time eh. So, sino pala dito ang na-enjoy? Sino dito ang mas gusto na ngayon? Ang online meetings. Type 1 naman dyan. Ayan. Transition ka pa from you before na personal meetings, ganyan. May mga nagta-transition pa ba? Mostly naka-adjust na. Okay, may isa lang ako nakitang 2. So mostly adjusted na. Ayan, type 2 ako, nag-a-adjust ka pa. Meron ba? May nag-a-adjust pa? Okay, so mostly okay na. Type 1 kung okay na. Alright, so I feel like okay na, naka-adjust na lahat. And totoo, kasi even before COVID, we're doing it online na talaga. Kasi sa Canada, mahirap siguro Makati to BGC lang, mga 1 hour. Kasi highway. Parang makalipat ka ng another town, medyo malayo. So, thankful talaga tayo sa Zoom and sa online ngayon kasi our business is still ongoing. And ako, sunod-sunod ang meetings mo eh, di ba? After this training, makakapag-prospect ka agad, makakapag-meeting ka agad. Alright, so of course, first things first, prospecting 101. For sure, kasi hindi ako magtuturo ng mga scripts dito or anything ha. For sure, na ako tinuturo na yan ng mga prospecting, your only goal, and when it comes to inviting, your only goal is to set time and date for a meeting. Okay? So, ang goal nyo, hindi naman i-explain lahat through chat. Kasi imagine yung lahat ng slides na yun, i-explain mo sa chat, hindi kayo magkakaintindihan or hindi babasahin yan ng prospect mo. So, just to be clear, yun ang goal natin when it comes to inviting. And of course, to keep the curiosity. Okay, kasi minsan pag alam na nila lahat, hindi na sila na-curious, ay, alam ko na yan, narinig ko na yan. Mahirap nga keep it short and simple nga daw. And of course, there's 2 types of prospecting, active prospecting. So, pag ikaw ay nag-initiate ng conversation and through form, so most likely, tinuturo na sa atin yan sa mga respective trainings natin. So, you build the relationship. And again, inviting is 80% connecting and 20% inviting. Kailangan mas mahaba ang connecting part kaysa yung inviting na part. Alright? Kasi pag connected ka na, madali na yan. Madali na silang ma-invite, alright? And passive prospect viewers through, for me, this is what I use. So, pwede nyo rin i-chat dyan kung may mga suggestions kayo. Facebook stories, IG stories, and of course, through Facebook posts. And ano nga, as I mentioned, we're already doing it online, even before COVID. Ayan. So, prospecting 101, prospect list is a must. Even if you're doing it actively or passively, kailangan may prospect list. Hindi pwedeng hula-hula kung sino na lang yung online, yun na lang i-chat ko. Again, in prospecting, we have to be very intentional. So, kailangan, alam mo talaga sino yung kinakausap mo. Ayan. So, alright. So, sino ba dito? Lahat ba may prospect list na? Pag wala pa, nako, don't start prospecting if you don't have a list. And again, your list, it has to be qualified. So, I'm gonna share to that. I'm gonna share about that too. So, ayan, prospecting has to be intentional. Qualifying is very important. Don't just list names for the sake of listing names. And sinasabi ko rin to sa leaders, tayo nagpo-push sa kanila for rejection. Kasi may prospect list nga sila, sinabi lang natin, maglista ka ng 50 to 100 names, hindi naman na-qualify. So qualifying is very, very important. At least we know if they have the means, authority, and of course, the need. Kailangan intentional yan. Alam mo yung need. Paano ko tutulungan tong taong to? How can I help this person? Okay? And of course, part ng skills ang prospecting. Pero prospecting not only requires skills, but more importantly, your mindset. Okay? So if you're gonna start prospecting, pero ang mindset mo, baka wala akong ma-invite. Nako, ma-attract mo talaga yan. Baka ang dami mong friends, ang dami mong kinakausap, pero ang mindset mo, baka wala pa rin akong ma-invite. Medyo mahihirapan tayo dyan. So kailangan nauuna lagi ang mindset, even with prospecting. Nauuna ang mindset before ang skills, okay? And baka ma-reject ka, hindi ka pa nga nag-chat, baka ma-reject ka na. And yun na yung na-keep mo on your mind. Yan, huwag kang magpa-prospect kung ganito ang iyong mindset. So, of course, meron pa dyan, baka kung ano sabihin nila pag nag-post ako or pag nag-chat ako. Okay? So, okay lang yan. We cannot please everybody. And hindi naman, ito, common to, hindi naman mag-join to, hindi ko mag-chat. Maya-maya nakita mo, nag-start na. Diba? So, don't have that regret na, ay, baka hindi mag-join. Maya-maya nakita mo, nag-start na. Gold director pa, diamond director pa. So, iwasan natin yung mga ganun. Alright? And sa planner ko, I have a sacred time for prospecting and inviting. So especially if you already have a big group already, big organization already, minsan na baka nauubos na yung time sa pag-train, sa pag-present, ganyan. Wala nang time for prospecting. So kailangan may sacred time ka talaga. Wala kang gagawin 1 hour or depends on you how long you want to do it. Basta quality prospecting, okay? So at least reminder lang, scroll sa Facebook. Ka lang. Sa Facebook, scroll is not prospecting, okay? Pwede, pero hindi quality. Okay, watching videos is not prospecting. Baka upline, mga 2 hours na mo ako nagpa-prospect, pero sunod-sunod na kasi mga videos na pinapanood, di ba? So that is not prospecting. And too much watching of stories. Nako, ito, guilty rin ako dito. Nanood ng stories, di ko namamalayan, 30 minutes na pala. Okay, so too much watching of stories is not quality prospecting. Pwedeng manood ng mga prospects pero pag too much na, nauubos na yung oras mo, wala namang result, wala namang na-lock in, then probably just recheck. Baka medyo napapadami yung oras sa panonood lang ng stories. Okay? And then, ayan, prospecting tips. So again, this is not, these are not scripts. This is just how you can maximize your social media. Okay? So tip number 1. Okay, nandyan pa ba kayo? Type 1 naman. Walang naka-on ng camera eh. Okay. So choose your platform. Okay, so for me, I mostly use Facebook and Instagram. Okay, but you could use LinkedIn as well, ganyan. For me lang yung Twitter, kasi yung Twitter parang dyan na lahat ng rant eh. Andyan lahat ng rant ng tao, ganyan. So it's just for me, I rarely do Twitter. And parang Facebook nga and Instagram stories, medyo mahirap na siyang i-manage. I mean, yung time with your time, minsan hindi mo talaga nare-replyan lahat. So choose. Pili kayo anong platform yung effective ka. But of course, yung platform na ang sinesend na signals is business pa din na. Don't start sa mga, alam mo yan, yung mga dating apps. Pwede, pero syempre kung ang platform mo is dating, baka dating din talaga ang makuha mo dyan, okay? So for me, dun ka sa platform na professional. Okay? So, at least Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, ganyan. If you have suggestions, hindi ko rin alam, baka may iba kayong ginagamit, type nyo lang yan. Alright? And then, ayun, so focus on that. Kasi syempre, sayang naman kung di mo naman ma-manage lahat. May 5 kang platform na minamanage, hindi naman kaya ng oras mo, sayang lang din. Okay? And then, number 2. Okay, tip number 2. Okay, nag-skip siya. Maximize your viewers. Okay, kasi baka post tayo ng post, wala namang nanonood. Or yet, hindi same people yung nanonood, baka downlines mo pa. Okay, walang mga strangers, lahat nasa Yusan lang ang kaya ng Facebook. Only quality people. Okay, kung kaya nyo ma-filter talaga na quality people yung ma-add nyo, then that's better. Hindi yung mga works at sa puso mo, mga works at Krusty Krab, ganyan. As much as you can, again, we're not judging pero as much as you can, find quality people. Para naman, sulit na sulit yung mga nag-view ng stories mo. Okay, kasi baka ang gaganda nga ng stories mo, wala nga namang viewer. Sayang lang din. Alright? And then number 3, very, very, very important. There's no rule sa pagpo-post, okay? You have to know your image. Okay? Sinong nakaka-relate dito? Di ba kapag sa Instagram stories na lang or Facebook stories, before ka mag-click ng name, parang, ay, alam ko na post nito. Pagkain to. Alam ko na post nito. Magra-rant na naman to. Or alam ko na post nito, baking to. Or gym to. Nag-workout to. Sinong nakaka-relate ng gano'n? Type 1. Okay, yung before mo pa i-open yung post, alam mo na yung story niya. Before mo pa i-click. Okay, so the question is, whenever they see your name, what do they see? Ano na yung, alam ko na itong ipopost niya. Okay, so kailangan you have to know your image. And again, hindi lang business relationship business to. So kailangan you can relate to people. Kasi nga, ang inviting is 80% connecting. Pero kung ang alam lang nila sa'yo is business, hindi ko na-view yan, puro business yung pinopost niyan. Okay? So, know your values. Okay, so ang pinopost naman natin, hindi lahat business yan Okay, so that's for me, hindi everyday business. Kasi alam mo yung pag ikaw i-view ka na yung story mo, alam nila, business na naman yan, ganito na naman yan, ito naman yung mga work from home na naman yung popost niyan, ganyan. So of course, you have to know your values. Okay, so if hindi kailangan, paiba-iba yung values mo. Kunyari ngayon, you value hard work, you value excellence. The following day, nagagalit ka na naman sa COVID, nagagalit ka na naman kay Duterte. Ayan, pwedeng mag-share ka ng mga, follow ka sa Instagram ng mga millionaire mindset, mga success pages, ganyan. Pero filter mo rin yung mga pinopost mo. Kailangan aligned yan sa values mo. And every time, yung mga viewer mo, tinitignan yung story mo, may na-add ka sa kanila na value. Alam mo yung mapapaklik sila, oo nga no. Ganyan, yun yung goal. Kailangan may na-add ka sa kanilang value kahit viewer pa lang sila. And pwede rin hindi naman laging share-share, pwede rin yung mga post hindi yung parang biglang, paano naging related yun sa picture niya? Okay? So, yan, pwedeng lagyan mo ng caption, ganyan. Maximize yung mga pinopost natin sa social media. Alright? And then, okay, so yan, know your values, that's tip number 4. Next is number 5, avoid taboo words. Okay, especially ito, common kapag may mga nagte-training. Na-invite ka mag-train, ganyan. So, for me lang, I believe this will help. Kasi syempre, not everyone naman will really understand. Kunyari, the training for tonight, ganyan. So for me, I use yung mga ganito, mentor, ganyan, life mentor, and then business, ganyan. And then, of course, kailangan ng income disclaimer. So yan, si Mentor Rich, si Mentor Caleb, that was from our wedding. So at least ma-maximize mo that they could also see, hindi lang pala sila business. They also mentor through yung relationship talaga, life talaga. Ganyan. So, ayan, that's tip number 5. Kasi as much as possible, your goal is to just keep the kailangan lagi kang ramdam sa Facebook. Meron ka bang ganong friend na parang hindi ko nararamdaman ngayon si ganito, hindi nagpo-post Ganyan. So be consistent but not to the point na ayaw ng sobrang dami mo ng post, ayaw na i-view ng mga viewers mo. Okay? So be consistent in that way na dapat lagi kang na-feel sa social media. Nandun yung presence mo. Okay? And again, story yan. So hindi lang siya post. Story, kailangan may story talaga siya. Kasi nga, di ba, facts tell, stories sell. Stories mo, ng mga Instagram stories mo. Ayan, and of course, if you want to be taken seriously, be consistent. So, hindi pwede na one time, sobrang about excellence ka, about hard work ka. Tapos the following day, galit ka na naman sa ganito, may pinapatamaan ka, may mga post ka na mga may hugot-hugot. Okay lang yung mga joke-joke, ganyan. Pero pagka yung, alam mo yung negative vibes na yung nakikita nila sa'yo, nako, kailangan consistent tayo. Alright? And then number 7, build curiosity. Laptop mo, but of course, kailangan nag-work ka talaga. And so, ito nung pauwi ako sa Philippines, may meeting kami ng leader. So, pinost ko siya, work anywhere. At least, mga curious sila, paano siya nakakapag-work ng nang nandyan sa airport? Ano kaya yung work niya? And then, bakit may puro millennials? Ganyan. So, of course, ang goal mo, every time they view your stories, may curiosity. Parang, ano kaya yung ginagawa niya? Ganyan. And then, may iba nga ako nakikita, nasa banyo sila. Nakita ko, nagbaano pa rin. Curiosity of your viewers. Okay? And then, number 8, balance is important. Okay, very, very important. So, one thing I learned, kapag puro business nga ang pinopost mo, parang magsasawa yung viewers. Tama ba? Nag-agree ba kayo dyan? Okay? So, ayan, agree daw. Okay. So ako, ito, matinding pang prospecting to. Okay. Yung mga pagkain, kasi lahat ng tao ngayon, gutom na literal. So ito, pag nagpo-post talaga ako ng ube pandesal, kaya nagpo-post ako niyan, especially nung nag-quarantine, medyo mas may time ako mag-bake. Pinopost ko siya, even sa mga downline sa amin, parang apply, punta kami dyan, pa-picture lang ng pandesal. Sobrang dami. Yung mga mag-click na penge or ay, ang sarap, ganyan. Tapos magsa-start ka ng conversation with them. Diba? Ang goal mo nga when starting a conversation is build relationship. So through the pandesal, o di ba minsan nakakatawa, pandesal, paano ka makapag-prospect dyan? Nabibuild yung relationship. And then ito, steak. Ganyan. So, naku, ang sarap ng steak. And then, ito naman, minsan mga lifestyle, ganyan, mga probably ma-attract mo dyan, mga mahihilig sa sapatos. Ganyan. Ito sa mga girls, nako, ang daming nagre-reply sa akin, saan niyo po nakuha yan? Saan po kayo kumukuha ng mga clothes, mga ganyan. Ang daming na-attract na girls dyan. Start na ako ng conversation. Diba? So, ayun, hindi kailangan nila, tao din pala to, may ginagawa din pala siya. But, on the side, may business. Ano yan? Yung home office sa Canada, pinopost ko rin siya, ganyan. So, aside from the results, wag puro results din, mananawa yung tao dyan eh. So, kailangan yung totoo, yung daily life na ginagawa mo din. Okay? And then, number 9, involve audience. So, give them a chance na mag-involve. But again, heads up lang, hindi lahat nag-click dito. So, alam niyo yung poll sa Instagram stories, you could maximize that. So ito, nag-post ako na nag-makeup kami ni Mentor Jack. I believe after cut-off to eh. Tapos parang ang tanong ko dyan, we work better as business partners or vloggers? Tapos 100% nag-vote, vloggers daw. So baka mag-change career na kami, okay? So yan, doon ako nag-start ng conversation, ha, ganyan. Or kung ano yung mga i-reply nyo. Okay? So, ayan, pwede kayong mag-poll. Pero tip lang when it comes to starting a poll, kailangan positive both. So, wag mo nang naman, syempre, positive na yung start ng conversation. Okay? You can maximize that too. Meron din yung mga ask me questions. Pero do that if you have the time to reply. Kasi sayang lang din. Baka busy ka that day, ganyan. Wala ka namang allotted time para mag-reply. Sayang lang. Lumipas na yung 24 hours, tapos na yung story. Okay, so make sure na nakaka-reply ka sa mga nag-vote dyan. At least you have time na mag-check. May mga nag-vote na ba, ganyan. Though minsan ang mga nag-vote, mga taga-Yusanan na. So, ayun. Na magre-reply, syempre malalock in, pero of course, prioritize kung sino yung mga quality. And you could check that through their profile as well. Okay, number 10. Ako, actually, natutunan ko ito kay Eric Worre. So, nag-enroll kami dun sa course niya. So, join Facebook groups. So, right now, think of 5 things you like doing. So, probably, or you like yung mga, anything that you like. So, for example, you like going to the gym, you like fitness, you like volleyball, or you like gym rope. Anything that you like, ganyan. Tapos, dun ka na makakakita ng mga prospects. Parang, uy, nakita ko, mahilig ka rin pala mag-gym. Ganyan. Nakita ko same pala tayo ng group. Conversation starter na siya. You have something in common already. Ganyan. So, but of course, sa dami nun, find quality prospects pa din. Okay, so, ayun, at least you already have a topic. Okay? Tapos, next naman, 11, maximize features of it. Kailangan, guys, so if you started a business, and right now, online business tayo. Wala tayong magagawa, online talaga tayo ngayon. But for me, sobrang laking help talaga na online tayo. So, kung nagta-transition ka pa, it's okay. Allow yourself to transition. But, more importantly, kailangan ayos talaga ang Facebook mo. Okay? Kasi yan yung i-stock nila eh. For example, nag-chat ka. Anong una nilang gagawin? Or for example, ikaw na lang, may nag-chat sa'yo, hindi mo kakilala. Or you haven't talked to them for a while. Anong na-stock nila yung Facebook mo? Ano yung values mo? Ano yung image mo? Ano yung gusto mong isend na message just through your Facebook? Okay? So, yan, yung photo mo, kailangan yung as much as you can, yung HD naman. Hindi yung mukhang, syempre, ang ginagol natin dito is financial freedom, time freedom, pero medyo hindi high quality ang ating photo. So, as much as you can, ganyan. Or manghiram kung wala ka bang phone na, na maganda ang quality, hiram ka ng phone. At least, nasa pader ka lang talaga, nasa kusina ka lang, nag-photoshoot ka lang, kala mo nasa event ka talaga, so pwedeng mga ganon. Alright? And of course, it has to look professionally. So, as much as you can, medyo maganda naman. Hindi mga pang TikTok ang mga itsura, di ba? So, ayan. And then, cover photo, so what represents you, ganyan. And then, profile, very, very important. So, may part ngayon, bago to sa Facebook, yung bio mo. Ayan. So you could put your quote there na about yourself, hindi yung parang mapagmahal, mga ganto, ganyan. So something naman natatatak sa kanila. And of course, you have to live by that, Ayan. So kung ano yung nakalagay sa Facebook mo, kailangan totoo talaga. Hindi yung magtataka sila, totoo kaya to? Ito ba talaga sinasabi niya? Iba naman siya in person. Ganyan. And then, profile, very, very important. So tanggalin nyo na kung may mga nakalink pa dyan na kung ano-ano. O di ba yung mga works at sa puso mo, mga ganyan-ganyan. And then, highlights. Nako, ito yung highlights ko. So, something that will represent you. So, parang in 9 photos, ano yung story mo? What are you doing? Ganyan. And then, pwedeng mga Zoom meetings yan right now. Pwedeng mga free travel, ganyan. So, halo-halo. And then, in those 9 pictures, ma-represent mo na yung sarili mo. And of course, your content. We have to keep on posting, ganyan. But you can maximize to yung mga sinishare, ganyan. And, ayun, marami dyan. Yung mga nagko-comment dyan. Alright, and of course, again, in Maxima, actually, I got this from KD Labrador, one of our gold directors in Canada. Magaling, ito talaga yung magaling sa prospecting. And ito yung sinishare niya sa training niya. So, hi KD if you're there. So, ayan, so you can maximize first the search bar. So, by looking for people na, kunyari, you want to look for people working sa, in Canada kasi McDonald's, ganyan. Kasi kahit saan naman, parang they could start, they have a credit card, ganyan. Or find a company na tingin mong mga card yan, okay? So, find that, and then dun mo makikita kung saan sila nagtatrabaho. So, first, check na, may trabaho sila. Okay? So, yan, maximize the search bar, even the location. So, if you wanna look for prospects in BGC, ganyan, then type that, Taguig, ganyan. Of course, find yung mga market na, syempre, quality market. Ayan. And then number 2, yung mga post mo sa Facebook. So, kailangan, value adding talaga yan. Now, whenever they stalk your Facebook, kailangan value adding. Number 3, your stories. You can maximize your stories kasi lahat ng tao ngayon nag-view talaga ng stories. Pero ang goal mo, hindi ikaw yung isa-skip kasi alam ko na yan, okay? So, ikaw dapat yung value adding whenever they view your stories. And then, number 4 and 5, ayan, yung mga post nila, yung mga nagpo-post. So, diyan ka magpa-prospect. And of course, yung mga nagko-comment din dyan. Okay, so diyan mo makikita yung mga nagko-comment, makikita mo picture pa lang, ay, pwede to, ganyan. So sa mga nagko-comment sa friends mo, ayan, yun, mga Facebook friends mo. Actually, ako, nag-check ako ngayon ng mga Facebook friends ko. Ay, madami talaga, no? Ayan. Actually, for me, ang mga hindi ko pa talaga natatouch na market, mga college friends ko. Okay, so ayan, and then number 7, of course, your profile, and then ito yung mga pages. So kung wala ka bang mga pages right now, but for me, again, heads up pala, kung bago ka pa lang sa USANA, focus on your warm market. Okay, wag ka muna mag-cold marketing. That's a big thing ka makakapag-practice. Okay, so kung bago ka sa USANA, don't go on cold marketing yet. Pero time will come, of course, maubos talaga ang ating warm market. So at least you just know how to prospect sa cold market, okay? And then number 12, isa to sa mga favorite ko, maximize events. Ayan. So kapag nagpo-post ako sa social media, I make sure may time ako mag-reply. I mean, may time ako na mag-chat. Ganyan. So kunyari, yung nung wedding namin, yan, yung mga nag-like, so scroll-scroll ako dyan, tapos mag-hi-hi, ng happy birthday, upo talaga ako, set a time na magre-reply ka sa mga magre-reply ka sa messenger, ganyan. So yun, prospect na agad yun. You can already start a conversation kasi sila na yung nagsa-start ng conversation sa'yo. So kung malapit na birthday mo, ready ka na. Prospecting yan. Okay? Or kung birthday ng mom mo, ganyan, may mga nag-reply. Happy birthday, tita, mga ganyan, ganyan. Reply ka. So dagdag yan sa prospect list, di ba? Kasi ikaw na magsa-start ng conversation. Ano pa ba? Mga graduation, ganyan. Pag may mga event talaga, madami nag-chat sa'yo, di ba? So sila na yung nagsa-start ng conversation. I-maximize mo na lang, okay? So parang nagpo-form ka na. And then number 13, okay, mirroring. Okay, so andito ata sila. So, ayan, ito nung on our, I believe, first week run ng ng Emerald Directorship ito. Ito yung mga nag-rank advance. So, I post them. So, for example, but of course, make sure na may income disclaimer. Like, income disclaimer yet, it's posted sa USANA Philippines. Okay. And then, ayan, so newest achiever. So ito, actually director na siya ngayon. I believe he's here. Nakikita ko nagko-comment din siya. So he's from Laguna. Ganyan. Tapos he's a former accounting supervisor. So kung may nakanood ng story mo, ay, accounting supervisor siya, business partner ni Angelica. Then curious na siya, ay, pwede rin pala siya. Pwede rin pala siya for me. Kasi ito si Coach Maros Briones. So she's a nurse naman sa Texas. Ganyan. Talaga, sa kanya. So, yung mga nurses, din parang makikita na nila, ay, pwede rin pala to kahit nurse. Ano kaya to? Ganyan. So, ito naman si Coach Gio Victorino, our newest silver director. So, he's a seafarer naman. No? Diba? So, mga seafarer, ma-attract mo din. Ganyan. So, ito, when it comes to location, to background, makaka-attract ka na ng mga viewers, yan, ng mga prospects. Okay, kasi ito sa Texas, ito Laguna, Polo. And then, yung ilang taon lang siya, 21 years old. Di ba? So, yung pwede ka na makaprospect yun. And then, ito naman si Coach Ruby. So, ano naman siya, she's a mompreneur. So, mga moms naman, ma-attract naman, ay, pwede din pala, ganyan. O, mom na yan, ang ganda naman, fresh. O, di ba? Na-promote mo pa ang products, di ba? So, ayan, you could maximize on that too. Tapos, yung mga magre-reply, makikita din nila, pwede rin ibang tao. And of course, right now, if you are starting, then maximize on the results of other people. Ayan, parang nakikita nila, kahit hindi pa sa yung result yung pinapakita mo, ayun, may mga nakaka-relate na. Alright? At least may background na sila of ano yung potential ng ginagawa mo. Okay, and to, very, very important, integrity with posts. Okay, so kailangan lahat ng sinishare natin ay with integrity. Don't post anything na, of course, sometimes ganito, mga nakikita ko kasi kinakopy na lang yung post, tapos pa-post lang right away. Okay, so kaya may nag-post, tapos lahat makita ko bakit pare-parehas ng post. Diba? So parang hindi naman results yun. So at least lagyan mo man lang ng story that this is a friend, a business partner, results of a business partner from ganto, ganyan. And again, the income disclaimer. Ganyan. So don't just copy and post na parang lahat na, paano kung parehas kayo, friend kayo ng isang tao na yun, nakita niya, bakit copy-copy lang sila ng post? Pare-parehas ba sila ng results? Ganyan. So at least add a caption lang. Kasi when you share naman, you can add a caption. Okay? So, ayan. And of course, I believe this is the last already. So, sakto ata ako, ma'am. Okay, so sakto kasi hanggang 45 minutes tayo. So declare your goals and follow through. Okay? Kasi when you declare your goals, parang kami, ito na, declare ko na, 1,000 people na nandito. Okay, so our goal is makapasok dun sa AP growth. Okay, hindi lang makapasok. Okay, so, ayan, nilagay ko, next goal, free airfare with extra 2 nights sa Sri Lanka. And then, pag nag-post kami, end of this year, na na-shoot namin yun, ay, nag-follow through, ginawa niya talaga. And sometimes, when you declare your goals through social media, kakabahan ka talaga eh. Ganyan. Na parang, hala, nakita na ng mga 5,000 na tao plus tao sa Instagram stories. Kailangan ko talagang gawin to. Okay? So, when you declare your goals, makikita nila, nangyayari talaga. Ganyan, or simple things na, kunyari, at, ganyan. Tapos, nangyari. Di parang, ay, may sinusubaybayan na silang story. Kahit hindi mo kakilala, may story talaga. Kaya nga siya story eh. So, kailangan, para ka nag-i-invite, para ka nag-connect through your Facebook stories, your Instagram story. So, hindi lang siya yung post na isa-isa. Parang may quote lang or nag-post ka lang ng income, nag-post ka lang ng ganito, ganyan. So, ano yung story na kinakwento mo through your Facebook stories, your Instagram story? So, for me, those are two platforms. And if it works for you, then good. Pero for me, ang importante lang naman, actually, it doesn't really matter ng platform. But as long as it's professional, and then nakaka-prospect ka dyan ng quality, then go for it. Ganyan. And at least if you're still adjusting sa mga online na ganito, ganyan, that's okay kasi lahat talaga, everything right now, we're transitioning sa online. Kahit Grab food, kahit grocery store, di ba, nagda-transition sa online. So, ayun, we just need to adapt. And sino dito yung na-enjoy talaga right now, yung online? Okay, type 1 naman dyan. Okay, so parang isa lang Ayan, so actually, right now, that's the reality. Everything's transitioning sa online, sa Facebook, sa Instagram, ganyan, kahit yung marketplace, di ba, punong-puno na, ganyan. So, ayun, we could maximize it. And ayun, so let's connect. You could tag me too. So one thing, you could tag me too sa mga stories nyo, ganyan. So you could tag me sa Angge or Lina. Some disclaimer and may curiosity pa din. Ganyan. So, yun lang. And I hope that helps. So tonight, mag-quality prospecting na tayo, set a time. Kung may planner ka, mag-set ka talaga, block your time na this is my quality prospecting time. This is the time that I'm gonna post. And of course, more importantly, set a time na doon ka magre-reply sa mga post mo. Kasi baliwala yung mga post natin if we're not gonna reply. So, ayun lang. I hope that helped. And let's maximize this BG.